Hi, I'm going to tell about the case we gave a tool, but hardly anyone's using it. Untangling the knowledge management dilemma at the TPA. A tool that is hardly used. The first question is asking about what is the case about. Your answers. You should include a description of the three phases of the TPA's knowledge management strategy and the key actors and their roles. The case is about improvement knowledge management to enhance cross-boundary collaboration within the across the TPA division and eventually state agencies through TPA. In enhancing the TPS division's collaboration through the sharing of information, the use of SharePoint servers, combined with the Microsoft Project Servers knowledge management system is going to be essential. This project shall include three phases. Phase 1 shall entail identifying collaboration opportunities within and across three divisions of TPA. The major player in this phase was one of the executive project managers, Bob Anker. He was given the role of the knowledge manager. His responsibility was to ensure the promotion and the three divisions were assisted in collaboration. The second phase was given the challenges that were experienced with shared drives. Phase 2 entailed adoption to Microsoft SharePoint service. This is a browser-based knowledge management platform with a wide range of applications that enhances better management of adopted by the IT department, planning and operation. During this phase, the actors were the IT department because they were supposed to configure that SharePoint in a manner that would have a user-friendly look and feel as well as the security of the data. Phase 3. This phase involved a reassessment of the needs of the TPA in order to come up with the appropriate knowledge management system for TPA. The dominant player of these teams was the leading director of IT, Rita Carson, Bob Anker, the knowledge manager, the director of project planning, Andrew Collins, and the director of the operations, Harry Linton. Let me pass the next slide. The second question is what are the main points of the last meeting of a SharePoint project committee? To present your answers in a table that clearly illustrate the viewpoints of the actors, of four actors. When I do the table according to the case study, there is four manager, the Rita Carson, IT director, Andrew Collins, project planning, and Harry Linton, operation, the Bob Anker, knowledge manager, and the Rita Carson's implies that the SharePoint project was the most appreciated tool for TPA. Too much redundancy, ineffective communication have hampered sharing of knowledge. SharePoint project is not being used and is supposed to be used. There are still too many knowledge sharing tools. Andrew Collins project planning said that despite having project in place, there is no sharing. Low usage of SharePoint project is due to everybody find it hard to adjust the new process. We need to learn how to document that the organization can absorb that the knowledge and reuse it. Many people feel that this is not the right platform to share knowledge and make a difference. Harry Linton, operation division. Documenting and sharing knowledge is a beautiful thing to do, but it is just dessert and not part of the meal. Several senior project managers have never used a lot of documents in the past. The problem of two extreme solutions teams document and reuse knowledge while project management teams neither document nor reuse knowledge, they consult the other project managers. Bob Archer, knowledge manager division. Everything is in the people heads, and that is not of the problems. Only a small part of our knowledge gets into the documents or is incorporated in organizational processes. Our people have the desire to share, but sharing. Knowledge is not an automatic behavior. Incorporate return of value for sharing information. Establish a way of distinguishing valuable info from unhelpful information for users. The next term about the TPA organizational environment. In my view, TPA has talented and brilliant employees who can achieve the objectives that the state level agency sets out to do. This also applies to all divisions of the agency. Also, the agency has an entire organization structure which ensures the better assign of roles, responsibilities, as well as competent supervision. However, the culture of the company is one thing. Employees are still unwilling to share their knowledge, and this could be attributable to the fact that most of them are not comfortable about adopting new and different processes from which they are familiar with. SharePoint project. This knowledge management project is an excellent platform for TPA. It generally has functionalities which incorporate not only SharePoint but also Microsoft project. It needs to be used as it is supposed to be used in order to be effective. Adoption of Share project. The adoption of sharing and management of knowledge within the agency is happening very slowly. There is some level of the lack of enthusiasm, especially in fully adopting the technology, as some project managers do not use it despite the agency requiring such tools to achieve their strategic plan. How can we position TPA's effort of the knowledge management to support strategic objectives? Expanding on the results from the second activity, what elements are miscellaneous? Why? For TPA's effort to be the desired outcomes, it should keep requiring project managers to complete training season for the use of the SharePoint project. During this training, users should be taught the benefits of documenting and sharing the knowledge that is most appropriate about the project. There, it should encourage the sharing of information through incentivizing, such as the sharing of information that leads to effectiveness and efficiency of the organization. Moreover, it is worth mentioning that the adoption of SharePoint project in the operation division and especially the project management subdivision is among the elements that are miscellaneous. This is because in the subdivision some project managers are not even using the SharePoint project. Drawing on existing methods suggests an analysis and re-engineering approach which is tailored to this case. Explain where and how your approach divides from the existing approach. A functional analysis and re-engineering approach would be business process re-engineering, that BPR. This is approach different because it's delves more profound in terms of the relationship between the objectives of the organization and the processes therein, as well as the culture. In terms of the culture of the organization, this approach tries to figure out the possible causes of lack of commitment among the involved in the process of the organization. How can we capture TPA's tacit knowledge? The best way to capture tacit knowledge in TPA is incentivize knowledge based on the quality of such knowledge, as well encourage employees to take advantage of the opportunities availed by such platforms as SharePoint projects. What should have been done differently to improve the chances of the success of the implementation of SharePoint project? I strongly fear there should have been more SharePoint project committee meeting to assess and evaluate the progress of adoption and usage of the technology over time. Assessing the usage quarterly or semi-quarterly would have been yielded better results. Thank you for watching.